Hey guys, today I am doing a video on my reptiles because I absolutely adore reptiles and I have quite a few. But first of all, I just wanted to make a quick clip at the beginning whilst you're watching the introductions of all my lizards. I just wanted to point out a few things. First of all, Lucy's tail is extremely small because she just laid eggs on the day when I'm recording this clip. That's why it's so small. I'm working on bulking it back up. She's healthy, she is fine. Next of all is Bumbles has a weird back. That is because she was born with a birth defect. I got her, Jupiter and Phoenix from a breeder and all three of them came with their own little problems. Next of all is Phoenix, who will come after this bit. Phoenix ate a lot of sand when she was little and I worked on her, I got her better, but unfortunately she did stop growing after being the size of a hatchling and her paws are a little bit messed up. But apart from that, she's happy, healthy and has a great life anyway. Next thing that I want to talk about is why I have 5 girls living together. This is because the reptile shop where I get most of my reptiles from, apart from 3, and have been going to for years, said that it'd be fine, and it has been. They've been living together for over a year and everything's been great. They all have hides for if they want to get away from each other, but they all love each other, they always cuddle up, so everything's great with that. Then I just wanted to say why I wanted to make this video in the first place. I've watched a lot of reptile videos and people showing how they keep their animals and where they live and stuff. I personally don't like the way that a lot of people keep their animals, although I know they can have a great life being in a drawer or whatever. There are younger children that are watching those videos of breeders and stuff showing how they keep theirs and they think that it's okay. But really, if you look at humans, we can live in a prison cell, but it don't mean that we want to. So why would you want to keep your small animal in a drawer? So, not saying that anybody's wrong, I don't know everything about reptiles, but I'm still learning every day and they mean the world to me, so I just like to show other people how I think that they're happy and what works for my pets. Okay, so this is a just over 2 foot vivarium. Well, yeah, it's a vivarium. In here I have one leopard gecko. He's an albino, so I have him pretty much in the shade because he don't like the light, obviously. So in here he just has newspaper as his flooring because I'm pretty sure that he eats sand, so you don't really want to put them on sand or anything that they can eat. But newspaper can mess up their walking just a little bit. So I also have tile, and with tile you want it to be kind of rough, but not to the point where it's going to hurt them, but just so it has some texture, so that they don't just like walk, so that they can slip, which is what happens on here, which is then what messes them up. So it needs to have some sort of texture to it. He obviously has his what's it called, temperature reading thingy-majig here. In here he has hot side and a cold side, so this side's the hot side, this side's the cold side, because obviously the heat wouldn't be able to come through this tile too good. A little bit, but not too good. So then he just has these hides. Most of these have moss in them. Kind of dried out overnight, but okay. Most of the time it's wet. So he is also shedding at the moment, so every single one has moss in them, apart from on this side here. So he has a big hide on each side and a little hide, and then just in the middle he has his iPhone case hide, which I only put this in here temporarily, but he ended up liking it the most out of all these, so he still has it. He's a weird little boy. He also normally has a food bowl and a calcium bowl, but I'm about to clean his food and calcium bowl, so yeah. Then he has his water bowl there. I've closed the top because I just noticed a locust in there from what he was eating yesterday. He obviously didn't finish it all. So that is his setup. It's really basic. It's only for one gecko, so it really didn't need to be too big, and he don't need much in it. He also has just some leaves because I had spare, so I just threw them in, and there's no harm in like putting it like that because then he can go behind and kind of get shaded a little bit more. He was also my first leopard gecko. Okay, so this is my 3-foot vivarium. I think that it's 3 foot. It's a Exoterra. I love Exoterra. Their vivariums are like all glass, and I like that. For some lizards it don't work because the heat escapes too much, but for these it works fine. I haven't had no problems with the temperature or anything in here. So basically there's 5 girls in here. Rex is probably a girl, but I've always called him a boy, so I still call him a boy, but I think that he's actually a girl, but we'll look past that. So he was meant to come in here with these, but because he didn't get on with them, I moved him into his own nice house. So yeah. So in here, as I said, there's 5 girls, so there is a lot of hides and a lot of places for them to go, just in case they don't want to be near each other. Everything that I have in my vivariums is from Swell Reptiles, which I will link down below. It's the best site to get reptile stuff, to be honest, because it's slightly discounted, so you can get way more for your money. So this side is the hot side, cold side, and then obviously in the middle it's a little bit warm. Hi Lucid. Hi. Lucid is adorable. Yeah. Ignore how messy on top is, but there's a heat bulb in this too. That was hot. Should have tapped that. But there's a heat bulb in that, and then underneath all this tile there is heat mats. So yeah. Just on this side. But on the hot side there is a huge hide. Somebody's tail, I believe that is Bumble's. So this is a big hide, and then they have this little egg thing, which Lucid is normally in here. I have no idea why she's on the cold side, because she normally makes her way in here and just chills out here all day. And then they just have this jungle vine from Swell Reptiles, as I said. This used to be kind of in the middle, but I don't like this vine very much. There is a way better one that you'll see in my bearded dragon's house, and also in my snake's house, that's way better than this. And then there's just a bunch of leaves, which the girls love. They go and hide back there in this all the time. They absolutely love it. So in the middle they have a medium-sized hide, and then a small hide, and then this bridge, which we got from Wilkinson's, I think. Overpriced as heck, but they like it. Normally this is up against here. But they will come up this at night whilst I feed them and say hello. So they also have just another small hide. It's this one again under here, and then one water bowl there. Big hide with a special visit from Lucid again. Hi. Hi. You think that in food? I'm sorry. Obviously, if you have a lot of geckos together, you need to make sure that there's enough food bowls and enough water bowls. So they have 3 water bowls, and then they have 3 food bowls as well, which they mostly eat worms and waxworms, and occasional locusts. Then they just have a calcium pot down here, just in case, because if they need calcium, then most of the time they will try and find something that has calcium in it. So having that there is just really handy, because then they can control that themselves. So, and then they just have another lead thing, and then their temperature back there. But these girls do work on a thermostat. They have their thermostat down here, their day temperature and then their night temperature. So I just turn this down and back up, you know, and then they just have all their plugs. Okay, so then this is my snake's vivarium. This is 4 foot. Yeah, 4 foot. He's still a baby. He's only like a year old. I think that he's in here. But that is his hot side. So he has his heat up here and then a big cave. I really like this cave, it's really cute, but he barely comes over here, which is so annoying. Because he spends most of his time on the cold side, which is not... I would prefer it if he spent some more on the hot side. He has a lot of random leaves everywhere, like how the skulls look. Then he has a bunch of leaves back here. I find him a lot in this foliage kind of area. He really likes it, and obviously it covers him a lot. So just over here he has like the branch, which I absolutely love this. It is so much nicer than the one that's in the leopard gecko tank. So yeah. Then he just has, I think that this is a buffalo skull, again from Swell Reptiles. And then all the leaves just kind of tracing in that. His little, what would this be called? I think that this is just the medium snake cave. Not too sure. It's one of the snake caves anyway. Then he has just a little hide from when he was like really baby. Hi! Hi! And yeah, I still keep that in there just because if he really wants to tuck himself away, he can still fit in this. So yeah. And then he just has his water bowl. Yeah, obviously he doesn't have food or anything in here because that's once a week he has. So that's his setup. It's really simple, but it looks really nice. I love how his setup looks. So yeah, this is legit all that you need for a snake setup, really. This again is just the Vivarium. Yeah, it's Fufa. I just got it from the reptile shop that I got him from. So yeah. That is Storm's house. And this one again is controlled by a thermostat right here. He's just on a constant temperature. I don't turn him down or up or anything. So yeah, that just controls his heat up there. So then we have Nova's tank. She's obviously a bearded dragon. Hello. Hi. Nova is a bearded dragon. She is extremely sweet. She's only a baby still. I got her in September 2015 and she was like 6 weeks old or something, maybe 7. So yeah, she's still itty bitty. So this is the hot side. This is again just controlled by a thermostat, which is up here. She has her night temperature and her day temperature. So, and then this is just like her light and stuff. So on the hot side, she has this hammock, which, okay, she don't mind it, but she don't love it. She mostly goes on here after baths to get warm again. So yeah, but she sits on it occasionally. This was from an Etsy seller on Etsy. That was silly. It's Nightmare Before Christmas. I'll link her in the description actually because it's really good. I like it. I wish that Nova liked it more. So then underneath she just has 2 bits of like wood things. I don't know, I really like this one. Like the shape of this one is amazing. There's like an entrance down here and then exit down here and then also back here. When she was a baby she'd run through this. I have a really nice picture of her poking out, but yeah. And then this one just sits underneath it so then she can bask, get up here easier, all that kind of stuff. I keep her on bark. It works fine for her. Some people don't like doing it and all's good. So yeah. So on the cold side she just has her salad bowl, which is kind of messy. Calcium bowl, because even though she probably won't go and eat it herself, when the locusts are obviously jumping about everywhere they will walk through it, so that's quite handy dandy really. Hi, how are you? I'm glad. Then she just has her water bowl and a waterfall, because no matter what time of the year it is, bearded dragons will always recognise running water as drinkable. So She has a waterfall just to make sure that she's getting water somehow. Yeah. She then just has this really big long leaf. I think that it's 40 centimeters. She used to use this to go and sit back here because there's a tiny little bit. So when she was a baby she could fit up there, but now she can't. Then this bit of wood, which is absolutely amazing. I love this. It goes up and then goes all the way. She just, that was funny. Goes all the way back to the back of the wall. So this was meant to be for the snake, but she's totally gonna try and bite my camera. Please don't. This is a new phone. It's got some slight discoloration from like spraying it down, but it's fine. It don't matter. But yeah, that is her home. See, there we go. She likes her home a lot. So yeah. Same vivarium as what Storm has, 4 foot again. I just got it from the reptile shop that I got her. So this is probably the best setup that I have. This is my crested gecko setup. She's still a baby, so she don't really like being handled, but she is back there, hiding away. So this is another Exoterra vivarium. Yeah, as I said, I really like these. I like how it's all glass. It just looks really nice in my opinion. So in here, she obviously has her substrate, which is a little bit dry. I need to pour some water in that. She then has her water bowl, which I haven't filled up today, so just ignore that. Then she has just this jungle leaf, and it has like fake little water drops on it, which I think is really pretty. This gets sprayed down every single day, numerous times a day, just to make sure that the humidity is all good for her. Hi, I see your eye poking through. Then she just has her food and her jelly pot. Her food, I don't water it down. The reptile shop that I got her from, which is where I got all my reptiles, said that the only reason why the brand says to water it down is so that then you have to buy more. So I just leave it dry and it's fine. Then has this big wood branch, kind of like what Nova has, but not so big. In there she has this coconut thing balance in there that I got from Pets at Home. It was originally for hamsters, but I just cut off the long cord and it works fine. Also down here she has this little natural kind of hide, and then a mossy log back there. I really like this. I had to take it out of the leopard gecko home because they was getting trapped in that. Well, one of them did once, and that was enough for me to say no. But she's so small she won't get trapped in it, but as soon as she's bigger I will take that out. The background, I like the background a lot. And then it just kind of finishes it, and then she has this big leaf pile there, which is like 30 centimeters I think. Then she just has her hydrometer and her temperature. And then also just another temperature reader here. And then on the side she has a heat pad. That's enough to keep her heat up. But when it was a little bit colder, I had her sitting on top of Nova to keep the temperature high enough, but now it keeps it high enough by itself. But yeah, I haven't had her for long, only like a month or so. There's no lighting in this or anything because they don't really like light, so yeah, the only light that she gets is from the windows. Also, most of the time I have the side covered over with a bit of board, just so that then it isn't too bright. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please read the description box for extra little details and stuff. I hope that you will have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful day full of rainbows, fairies, pixie dust and unicorns, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.